Lagos, very beautiful. Good afternoon to you. 29 minutes past. Yeah, thank you. 29 minutes past 12. What day is it? You know? What time is it? I mean, you know. Okay. When we say the sun rises here. And I hope that you're fine. I truly hope that you're fine. If you ever get tired, confused, stressed, strained, in a loop, in limbo, if you ever are out of sorts, if ever you don't know how to turn, where to turn, who to lean on, how to even lean on anyone, because sometimes it's not even a question of who to lean on. It's like you don't even trust yourself, and it's difficult for you to trust anybody else. What else again besets you? Pray. I'll say you pray. I'll say you pray. You don't know anything better than praying and asking for help. All right, 12:30 on the clock. Good. After that, eat something good. Good. Sleep. Is it possible that maybe we don't rest our minds enough? Is it even possible? You don't relax. So I saw this very comical thing on Instagram. Was it Instagram or Twitter? And it was someone saying that the money he has can't fix his problems. So it's funny. Some sensibility to that. The money I have can't fix my problems. So at least I'll fix my mood. Eat something that stimulates, or something that is calming, something that can put you to sleep. Wait. I remember someone told me a story that he went to, what's it called now? He said he went to buy food. It was a Twitter thread. And maybe we should even discuss this thing. Twitter thread. He said he went to buy food. And a bike man or a tricycle rider came by and bought maybe like few wraps, say like 2-3 wraps of pounded yam and a lot of meat. A lot of meat. And he says the tricycle rider was, arrived there before him, so he was waiting for the tricycle rider to place off his order. And then he said the tricycle rider was more or less speaking to himself, but was speaking so that everybody around him would hear. And the tricycle rider was saying, he makes money, the police take their cut, Agberos take their cut. And then he has to, I think he says he had to remit money to the owner of the tricycle, something like that. And that by the time he is done, he has little to nothing for life. And so he has decided that he's not going to keep bothering about this whole make it to make it, aim it to slake it, all those motivational, that he just gets done with work, comes to the canteen and orders meat. In fact, he was asked, you know how it is when you're talking to yourself, but you want everybody else to be a witness. He was asking the woman selling the food, isn't it true that I come here and all I eat is meat? And so the woman picks up the other part of the conversation, that he just comes here and orders meat, and he just sits down and eats his money. Lagos, if your money can't fix your problem,
spend it on food. Be like us.
Because maybe all this work hard, maybe we need a different approach, because we are striving, we're toiling, we're sacrificing our days, and we still don't have money.
They've changed it in this set.
We're aging, you're getting arthritis, your back hurts, you can't even see clearly now. Your hair is falling out. There's nothing you haven't done to ensure that at least it would be said to your credit that you gave this life everything. So just about, maybe we're there now. Not the hand to mouth type philosophy, but maybe we're there at the, I can't come and kill myself. So while tomorrow is not guaranteed, today that we have been given 2 wraps of pounded yam, meat 4. Like the main course is the meat. And you sit down, you say a prayer, and you eat. We're dying. So maybe you should eat a lot of meat before you die. All right.
That's very good advice.
Because what else am I? Because I mean, I would love to come here and tell you keep working hard, Even me, I'm advising you. I think this is coming late because I've been on this for. I told you I'm not frugal. I'm not such a saved money is raining tomorrow. It's raining today.
The rain is falling already.
There's a storm today. So my diet is largely meat. I drink wine. I travel. I go on holiday. I come back. I'm broke. You look at me. I look at you. You know. We start all over again because what else am I doing that I'm not supposed to do? So just food for thought. Cling on to that advice. We can debate it next week on Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. It's Women's Day in a few days. And maybe women should take my advice a little seriously. And I think because I would not be here on the said day where the world celebrates women. So, man, we've gone past the argument of how many Women's Day are there in a year. We have established that even if it's 100, it don't mean much. If we're not billionaires, if we don't have Lamborghinis, if there's nobody in love with us enough that they can give up their world for us, if it's this same hustle bustle, don't bother about the detail. How many International Women's Day? We had that conversation last year. Good. Each one tell the other one. We fixed that. On the 8th of March, 2025, it will be noted as International Women's Day. So I would not be here to celebrate women and maybe figure out where they're struggling and how they're surviving in this whole struggle. But we have a team, an excellent team that has put up a very brief documentary dedicated to women. We'll like to play that. And after that, I guess we'll come back, hug women one final time, wish them the courage for the hustle, for the bustle, encourage them to work hard and eat some meat, a fish, if that's what you like. You say your prayers, we're all going to die, but between here and death, live, all right? And after that, Confessions Thursday. After Confessions, the Lords of Logic. My name's Joyce. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info.
This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce.
Tune in to The Sunny Side with Joyce every weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
Expect so much fun right here. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I deserve equal rights and opportunity as a Nigerian woman.
Now we be the backbone of the country.
I'm a woman. I'm not a liability.
As a widow, I dey try to support my children.
Women are ruling. Women are even taking over.
If you help a woman, you help the nation.
There you have it. The voices of women in Lagos, affirming their strength, rights, and the urgent need for gender empowerment. It is International Women's Day. This day, March 8th, seeks a feminist world where women lead, innovate, and thrive without limits. This year's theme echoes that dream. The UN calls for rights, equality, empowerment, while the International Women's Day platform urges accelerate action. Women, alongside the men who champion their cause, have continued to fight for leadership, equality, and opportunities they rightfully deserve. But how much has changed in Nigeria and in Africa? Well, the numbers tell the story. In 2024, just 3.9% of Nigerian lawmakers were women, compared to Africa's 24% average. A year before, 52.2% of Nigerian women were working, trailing behind men at 65.9%. Then came 2025, with femicide cases surging by 240%. Oh, education gave the much-needed breather. By 2024, gender equality in learning and healthcare reached 98.3%. A recent proof is the 18 all-female first-class graduates from a single department at the University of Lagos. To them, education, self-expression, and strong communities are the true game changers.
One of the things that we can do for a future where women can thrive equally in terms of opportunities is knowledge. I think that knowledge is power.
Do your best. Show it
know how. Do what you know how to do best. Do your work properly and then not be silent. Speak up whenever you see that they are undermined. Make sure you speak up.
We should not underestimate the importance of community. It's a lot more beautiful when it's from the same gender. You see yourselves as great support systems where you work together and achieve great feats.
And that's a glimmer of hope. But still looking at how far education is just one piece of the puzzle. Let's go back to leadership. You'd be shocked at the revelation made by Abosede George Ogon, founder and executive director of the Women in Leadership Advancement Network, about this gap in Nigeria.
In the Senate of this country, only 4 women are representing us out of 109. Out of 360 House of Representative members, how many do we have? 16. When the president replaced his cabinet, we lost 5 women. I think we gained 2. We can't say it was because of lack of competence. All the women who are in the Senate today are fresh. So they can't be majority leader. They can't be anything. Because if you know how the Senate works, you have to put in the years. That gender and equal opportunity bill we've been pushing for, we cannot see it.
Meanwhile, former senior special assistant to the Lagos Governor on Environment, Tari Taylor, argues that the biggest challenge for women in politics and governance is women themselves.
To be honest, I would say that more of the barriers come from women themselves, not necessarily from the political system. It's a very tough terrain, politics and governance. Of course, just like with every sector, there are barriers, but competence speaks for itself. If I had based my perception on those narratives, I would never have ventured into the space.
But Wayland's George Ogan doesn't believe that. She revisits a report on how women are labeled when they are out in political races.
2019 election. It was a headline that said, "Mother of 5 runs for president." I have never seen husband of 4 wives and 27 children runs for House of Representatives. So what is that thing that makes us feel when a woman comes forward that she wants to serve, she's automatically labeled?
To that effect, politician Taylor reels out advice to women who've got families and are still pursuing political careers.
You will meet all kinds of people who are very narrow-minded, who will say, you know, go day house. Or likewise, there will be some people who will commend you for it, but it's up to you. You have to have that conviction of what you are doing, and you have to be responsible. Balance is the key word.
Step into the ever-evolving world of tech, where equality appears within reach. But when women rise to lead, do the tides shift or resist? Startup operator and creative entrepreneur Yvonne Ogulu pulls back the curtain on a silent storm.
So men, I'm not saying all men, people who are not used to women who speak up, they're taken aback, they put you in a position of decision making, but they don't let you make the decision. They challenge it, play of power, like I should be the one in charge. And that challenge I've experienced is underpricing.
No matter the obstacle, one woman carved her own path. Meet Yetunde Amuson, a young entrepreneur who built a thriving store in Surulere, Lagos. Her journey is a testament to how women can rise through self-empowerment.
I used to work as a sales representative at a mobile phone store until I made the decision to leave. So that was how I went to Eco Market to buy nice and affordable sneakers, and I started posting them on like 3 platforms, and I was getting requests. I was storing the items in my one-room apartment then. There were a lot of returns, damages from customers that they will return to you, and you have no choice than to take them back.
Speaking of self-empowerment, a mental health campaigner, Obi Nadi, believes it begins when a woman defines herself beyond her relationship with a man.
Know who you are. What is your identity? What is your personality? Things you love to do outside of your involvement romantically with a man. Self-care, financial, emotional, spiritual self-care. Society has provided all the tools that you need to succeed. It is now up to you to toe that path of success.
With all you have heard, it is obvious that the road to equality stretches on, and there is no hitting the brakes now, because women are not just asking for a seat at the table. They seem to be building their own. So, cheers to the women who lead, innovate, and inspire. The world is taking notes. Happy International Women's Day. This report was written and packaged by Uche Wanyocha and Mercy Edewede for The Newsroom.
This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce.
Tune in to The Sunny Side with Joyce every weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
Expect so much fun right here. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on The Sunny Side.
We're back. 99.3 Nigeria Info, The Sunny Side. I think it would make for a great conversation sometime next week. We need to figure out what women believe is holding them back. Misogyny, their own lack of courage. There's also the psychological burden of being held down for so long, and now you don't know how to pick yourself up. I guess some women are scared of criticism. In fact, and this was really, it had nothing to even do with International Women's Day. I wanted Lagos to discuss the fact that there are women who are not so outspoken. And I'm just using a reference of what we experience here on the show, at least on the Sunny Side. I tend to have 99% male callers, and I don't think it's because they think I'm their daughter or their sister or, an image of a lover. I just think it's because men are more vocal. You know how it is where you listen to a radio show because you think, oh, I like this person or I'm attracted to this person. There's something about them. I mean, there is that. But fundamentally, I think on a social observational level, it's because men are largely outspoken. And it's a little frustrating for me, particularly because I even want women to speak. Women don't even speak on women issues. And it occurred to me this morning, and I thought, what if I had a conversation in that regard? Can you write that down, by the way? Why women are not so vocal. So I don't know if the Natasha incident is anything to go by. The female senators, I can't even believe what I'm seeing. But then on the other hand, I'm telling myself, well, you can't even afford to be surprised because there is a social conditioning. There's a social pattern. And there hasn't been an evolution in that regard. There hasn't been a change. There is still that you can even just see how the culture does this thing where the one who is victimized, rather than at least worst case scenario, no, the best case scenario. What is the truth? The concept of the truth, as far as this Natasha incident is concerned, is non-existent. You can't even find people who are neutral and what they want is what is the truth. No, you just have people who are extreme on both ends. So they just want to support Natasha, and I guess they have justifications for it. And those on the other side are either against Natasha and or verbally against her. So they could be silent, but I must admit, and I'm speaking about the Senate floor, but on social media, I've seen men who have spoken, I've seen women who have spoken, but we also have seen women who, in some sense, have minimized it. There was even one lady, I don't know her name, I think it was the day it happened, she came up on a video saying Natasha should not disrespect the senator, and it didn't quite appear that she was interested as to whether it was the truth or not. And then when I consider the women who have spoken against Natasha and the manner in which they have fashioned their logic or the justifications they put forward for why they speak against her, stand against her, it's just a cultural imprisonment. It's the same old trick on the human mind where control has been supreme and where the human judgment must go to sleep because the herd is thinking in a certain way or the herd have been told to speak in a certain way, and then the herd emerges from the farm and repeats exactly what they've known. And they dare not even consider something else. Yeah. So we're still there. I guess there are a few people who are breaking away from the chain, but this really begs debating. So I'm hoping that the men who would speak, because I doubt the women would have the courage to, would, in honest observation, speak on why they think women are still silent. And so maybe this is a perfect opportunity provided us, which is International Women's Day is dated March 8th. But I wouldn't be here, so the next time I'm here, we'll have to schedule a time where we can discuss International Women's Day. And you see, if you think the rights of women is not so important, or you think there should be a bridling of the rights of women, what about the truth? You know, what about the truth? You think about that, you cling to it, and remember that you are in that world where you are minimizing the truth. You are in that world where you think that the person who speaks the truth should be silenced. And it would be a lack of introspection and good reason to suppose that that will not come back and reform or terraform the society you're in, where you would at some point become a victim of the silencing of the truth. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. It's Confessions Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Joyce. It's 10 minutes before it's 1 p.m. Welcome. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. If you have a confession, welcome. Now, you would speak louder than that, but, you know, the whole idea is we don't know who's speaking. We don't even care. We just want to hear the story. We want to know what the secret is. However dark, slippery, grimy, scary, upsetting, painful, whatever it is, whether it's what's brought on by you, done because of you, or exists because you exist. The secrets, the crazy, the weird, the unusual. Something that you have experienced and you are so sure that nobody will believe the story. And then sometimes it's not because nobody will believe it. Sometimes it's also, yeah, you're afraid. You're in a kind of a chain, a confinement, where the issue holds you captive. The problem or that experience holds you captive. And so you never truly speak of it because of how it's going to make you look. You're afraid of judgment. You're afraid that... I'm not even sure now all the things that inform your fear. But fear for sure. That's also why you don't speak about it. We're hoping on Confessions Thursday, as warmly as we welcome you, you would find the courage to speak on the secrets. We're off on a break. We'll be right back with Nigeria Info. Next is Confessions Thursday. On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info. If news is your quest, or gist your request,
yeah,
well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow
is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce.
Let's talk.
Well, if you're already sending messages regarding what you think your opinion is on the stance of women's right, I'm going to capture it already. Kemi has seen something that she thinks is upsetting, but all right, we'll manage our anger. We will try to focus on the points raised and make a conversation to extract some sensibility from what's been said. All right, now with that out of the way. Welcome. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the sphere where secrets are shared. And so when you come in, you don't say your name. The telephone lines are back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
Okay, so 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993, and for females, 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. And if you want to send a message to WhatsApp, it's 0809-597-5850, 0809-597-5850.
Right. Confessions Thursday. Hello, good afternoon to you. I'm not sure if this is a confession. Please, I have to. Is this me? Yes, it is. Please, I have 100,000 to invest in the business. That's hardly a confession, but maybe it is in a sense. So, do you want to give it to someone, or do you need an idea? So, I'm not sure what you mean. You're going to have to give me some direction here. Do you want to give the 100,000 to someone to put in their business? Is that what you mean, or? Okay, so furnish me with more information. All right. We're going to quickly go off on a very short break. When we come back. Yep, you have our numbers. It's confessions. You don't say your name. And do me a favor. You want to get to the heart of the matter on the sunny side.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Now, for this country, everything just cash, even cash.
KC, I don't define you for shops this morning. Why you take this kind of queue?
Jojo, now cash I want collect since morning.
Cash? Why?
I know one waiting happen for 1672 happen again. Today, I must collect correct naira note for hand.
KC. Cash day everywhere. For bank, ATMO, POS agent. And if you want run and cashlessly, you fit use mobile app, internet banking, ATM, POS, USSD, QR code, and other options them.
Jojo, you sure?
I beg you, make we dey go. Your customers they shop they wait for you. See, the cash where you define for Sokoto, is there for your Sokoto. You understand? Country people, money na money. Spend them, collect them, no hold them, no panic. Cash day everywhere. This message now from Bankers Committee.
Hi, e dey tasty, creamy and nourishing. E get vitamins A, D, E, B1, B9, B12 and zinc. Na original Naija yogurt. I beg you, make una throw away salute for fine yogurt. Beg you, go Jollimento with the new fine yogurt drinking yogurt.
Fine yogurt, original Naija yogurt.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's Confessions Thursday, and yes, it's anything and everything. Here, my confession. I dated a girl, but did not truly love her, but she loved me to the brim. She loved me to an extent that she can even give her life. Wow. She used to disobey her auntie to come to my place. Though there was a man her auntie betrothed her to, but she did not love him. I later left for NYSC. She called me that she had took in for me. Oh. I blasted her over the phone, denying the pregnancy after all. After all, I did not even love her. She then accepted the man the auntie was forcing on her and gave the pregnancy to the man. Got married to the man. Can I go to claim the child after... Can I go to claim the child after all? Wait, what's this? Wait, hold on.
Like, after all, she loved me. Like...
And I think she can accept my plea.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, let me understand where your mind is at. Because, pardon me, it's a little confusing. So you didn't love her. You don't love her.
He doesn't.
She got pregnant for you.
Yep.
She told you about it. You rejected it. She had no other option than to marry the man forced on her. And she's married to the man. And you want to go back to claim your child.
Yeah.
But, so that's the part I find confusing. The part where you say, after all, she loved me then. Okay, so I can't speak for her, you know, I don't want to speak for her. I would say try. I would say, but then I don't know. I'm trying not to upset the matter where, you know, I'm trying to be careful not to inject my own passion into this. The only reason you want to go back to her, you don't love her, is to get to your child. Okay, good. So, yeah. But I don't know that the first thing you want to do is get the child. I think you want to speak with her, and then you want to tell her why you're back, and ask her if you can take the child. If she says no, then you must leave her alone and be on your way. I wanted to say, no, don't go back, but I'm assuming that because she loved you, she may reconsider many of the things that I may state in a barbed tone. So I would say, well, you want your child, you want to be responsible for your child, you want to be in the life of your child. Okay, so have a conversation with her. And I guess she has to be willing. But that's the problem now is, wait. Lagos, we have a problem. Wait. She probably has given that child to the man. Right? Is that where we are? So the man that she doesn't love is the father of the child.
Most likely.
Lagos, let's go off on a break.
We'll be right back.
This isn't a Game of Thrones. It's a game of information.
The German foreign minister went to Beijing to reaffirm that Europe would not let China invade Taiwan.
And more information.
Government can't keep taking the fall for your own mess, for your own mistakes.
And more information.
We did some work on the Third Mainland Bridge before. Where are there potholes now?
You want to play?
Political way to distort. Let me tell you. It's game on. Let the games begin.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, here's what's happening at this time. The police have confirmed the release of 3 female students abducted from Joseph Sarwan Tarka University of Agriculture, Makurdi, Benue State. The students were kidnapped on the 25th of February, and in a statement on Thursday, the police announced their release but did not disclose further details. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Police Command has launched an investigation into an explosion at Quantum Steel along the Shagamu-Ikorodu Road in Ogijo. The explosion injured 7 people. State Police spokesperson Omolola Odutola confirmed that machinery failure caused the blast. She said detectives have visited the site, conducted an initial assessment, and documented evidence, including photographs. Odutola assured that a thorough investigation is underway to determine the exact cause and ensure compliance with industrial safety regulations. Away from that, Nigeria has climbed to 6th place in the 2025 Global Terrorism Index, up from 8th in the past 2 years, with a score of 7.658. Burkina Faso tops the list, followed by Pakistan, Syria, Mali, and Niger. The reports recorded 565 terrorism-related deaths in Nigeria in 2024, marking a continued rise. The Federal Executive Council is considering raising the approval limit for ministers and government agencies to allow them to approve more contracts independently. The Minister of Information, Idris Mohammed, says the move aims to reduce contract-related memos at FEC meetings and create more time for policy discussions. He added that the Bureau of Public Procurement and other ministers are reviewing the proposal, with a final report expected to be submitted to the President soon. And finally, the Christian Association of Nigeria has urged the faithful to use the Lent period for sober reflection and prayers for the country. In a statement, CAN President Archbishop Daniel Oko said Lent presents an opportunity for national renewal and collective healing. He acknowledged the hardship faced by many Nigerians and encouraged reflection on what truly matters. And that's what's happening at this time, Lagos. It is back to the sunny side with Joyce. It is Confessions Thursday on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Thank you for your time.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Campbell, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we did talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on The Sunny Side.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side, and welcome. It's Confessions Thursday. It's 4 minutes past 1 p.m. on the clock, and we're right in the heart of the matter. Remember, when you call in, you don't say your name. My name's Joyce, and let's begin. Let's see. My confession, I have this cousin sister who stopped talking to me for 2 years due to misunderstanding I had with his brother. In 2022, which I took peace over problem. I left his house that 2022 and start from scratch. Today, I'm doing well. Yesterday, this cousin sister called me for his, wedding invitation. I asked her, if you were me, will you come after 2 years of no talk? She didn't answer me. Please advise me, should I go or not? Let's see. Well, she has extended an invitation to you, so that's courteous. Yeah, you can go. She extended an invitation. If she did extend an invitation, well, if she extends an invitation to you, that is her wanting you to be there. Okay. And yes, you still reserve the rights to decide if you want to be there or not. I think there are ways people handle conflict, and we handle conflict differently. I don't know how you feel about this cousin. Some people out of sight, I would say. Yeah, some people out of sight, out of mind. Like, with the moment you're not in good terms with them, they just pale away out of reality, out of sight. They pale out. They almost become strangers to you in a short time. Now, that's for extreme people like me. So I would say I want to know how you feel about them, because 2 years no talk. Do you want to talk over the issue first to establish how they have treated you and whether they are remorseful, sorry about how they treated you? Because maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's the closure that you need. Maybe you want to say, I'm not going to come for your wedding until we discuss this issue that made you not call me for 2 years, and then suddenly you want me to be at your wedding. And then you're going to hear the response they give to you, and maybe they're going to be sorry for the role they played and regret it and wish they maybe stayed out of it, or maybe did something better differently. Maybe they should have had your side, particularly because you were in the right. Or maybe they shouldn't have spoken to you the way. It can be anything. I'm just really running things through my head. So maybe you need closure, and I see why you would need that. So leave them a message saying you feel uncomfortable showing up at their wedding, giving what has happened the last 2 years, and that you would like to have a conversation about the matter, because that may help you make a decision on whether you should or should not be at the wedding. Now, they can dismiss you totally, because they could say, well, you're one less Christmas card to worry about. So they'll be like, yeah, we have other people coming. You come, you don't mean nothing to me. And then you pretty much just know where their head is at. All right? That's one. Two, the other is that they may really be willing to give you audience to fix the problem that you still have a problem with. And that could really just open the door to friendship, to family, to the possibilities of the future. So that's what I will say. Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to leave it there, because I was going to say, let me leave it there. Because the other part is, don't go. I wouldn't. You see that? I wouldn't, because I'm sure I'm busy. I'm busy sleeping, reading a book, something else. I was like, oh look, I'm sorry I can't be there. I already have an engagement, and I wish I could be there, but I'm so sorry. And thank you so much for the invitation, but I cannot be there. Particularly if they're kind enough to be like, oh, hey, how are you? How you doing? Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm like, oh, no, I cannot be there. All right, good. Now, if it was that sort of situation where it depends on also what the issue was, that you felt that they must have done you so dirty that if she called me, the first question I'll be like, how dare you call me? Then they're like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You have to let bygones be bygones. I'm like, no, okay, you know what? Well, thank you for inviting me, but I cannot be there. I mean, we can see after your wedding. We'll probably need to talk some things over, but I cannot be there, So it just depends on really what happened, So that's also why I'm saying, speak to them, get the closure. Some people need closure, others don't. Once we are out, we just wrap it up. Confessions Thursday.
Hello?
How are you?
Yes, Clement is my name.
1 minute.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to that lady who is being invited for a wedding.
I think it's a guy with a he, her misplacements. I think it's a guy. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My opinion is that two wrongs cannot make a right. Secondly, when other people are losing their head, you should keep your own. I think by attending the wedding, you are telling the other party that you know better than he or she.
All right.
You don't repay evil with evil.
Why is not going to a wedding evil? Really?
Pardon? Yes.
Okay.
You should attend. If it is spirit, if you should do good things. You forget about whatever way you behave. You should behave in his or our own way. Two wrongs cannot make it right.
All right, thank
when
you.
When one person is losing his head, you should keep your own. Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, that's one contrary opinion. So you consider what's best for you. This one goes, hey, Joyce, why don't you start a podcast on confessions? Fancy idea. I should, I guess. Confessions Thursday, when you call and you don't say your name. Hello.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. Do you have a confession for me?
No, I do not have a confession,
1 minute.
but I have a contribution.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you are invited for a party, it depends on your choice. Either to go or not to go. It doesn't mean that you don't attend the party. It doesn't mean you don't like the person who invites you. Sometimes you might have an engagement that will warrant you not to go for the party, but your mind, your state of mind is what matters. But the invitation, going there doesn't mean anything, but your state of mind with the person, whether you have issue with the person or you don't have, your state of mind, as far as you are clear with him, you forgive him, you don't have any issue with him. There's no need, even if you attend the party or not, it's just the state of mind that you can just go about your life and don't have anyone in your mind to stop one from progressing or having a good spirit. It's not good to have someone in your mind, having in your mind, no matter what, forgiving and you're going your way. So that is just that choice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Confessions Thursday, when you call and you don't say your name.
Hello. I want to make contribution.
1 minute.
Joyce. Hello?
Go ahead, 1 minute.
Hey, if somebody invites you, you not talk about what happened, take place the last time. What give that person the guts to invite you again? And forgiving somebody does not mean that you will go closer to that person the way you people used to be. It's for your own peace and happiness. That's why you forgive that person. So since they did talk about those issues, I don't think it should go. That is my own. Then again, the guy that wants to go and collect baby, the baby you rejected his mother, you want to go and collect it when that person is with another man. I don't think you should go there, please. Leave them, let them enjoy their life. Thank you.
Confessions Thursday on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Remember, when you're calling, you don't say your name. Make it back. Hey, welcome to the show. It's so good to have you here. Confessions Thursday.
Hello?
You have a confession? Turn off the...
Hello?
Lagos. This person says, good afternoon, auntie. I'm dating a lady back when we were in the north, and I spent some years together with her. I even got to a stage where we were planning to get married. Later, I visited her and she said we needed privacy. Then she took me to a hotel. We lodged and had fun. Later, she called me and told me that she missed her period and that I got her pregnant. I asked her to go and conduct a test, and she went and found out that it was a true pregnancy and it's 7 weeks old. Meanwhile, the time I know this woman wasn't up to 3 weeks. I refused to accept the pregnancy, and I sensed that it wasn't for me. She later confessed that it was our ex, but that our ex was responsible on that, and she asked me for forgiveness. Please, should I go ahead and forgive and marry her, or not? I need your advice. Please help me for an advice. Should I carry on with the marriage, or is it already a red flag for me?
Run it back by me. The part where he says they met 3 weeks and she had a 7-week pregnancy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't.
And then he got angry and just said no. Then she came and begged and said it was her ex that was responsible, not him. And she asked for forgiveness.
Where's the baby? Like, okay, so where's the child? Did she give birth to the child?
No, it's in the stomach.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, I mean you can forgive her, but that's half the problem, because I think the other issue here is when you love someone. So I need to establish that, because other than that, there's really no gist here. Do you want to marry her because you're in love with her? I don't know, because she's 7 weeks pregnant. It's not yours. You barely knew her for 3 weeks, and I don't see how I come in, because it makes me dizzy.
Is it a red flag? You think it's red, or it's still like yellow? We're just warming up.
I'm
orange.
I think this is worse than a red flag. I don't know what to call it. The child isn't yours. So now there are men who love you and you're pregnant, it's not theirs, and they come in. They want to be with you and everything that you come with. So there's that scenario. So I don't know. Can you tell me where your heart is at this point? Are you in love with her?
Aww.
Yeah. And then, because if you are, then I think both of you need to establish something. Like, who's this guy? Is he aware? Does he want the child? So you know whether you are going to take responsibility for the child or not. Can we just establish, if you love her, that is. If you don't love her, I don't see the need for the question, because you can just go home.
He said, I think she's aborted the pregnancy, ma.
Honey, you don't even know. So can you talk to her and call me back?
Yeah, probably find out.
I can't give a response because you don't know if you're going to be a dad or not.
Interested in marrying her. Apparently. That's what I'm picking up. It's just confused.
Yeah, and so am I. And the problem with confusion is you don't know how to turn. So can you establish where the baby is at? She's he says, I think.
Yeah.
No, so let's establish that.
Okay.
So you have to establish, so where's the baby? Good. And then when we know, because that baby is the real McCoy, because you don't want to start raising a kid and you start loving that child and the child calls you father. And then some guy shows up tomorrow. It's like, that's my child.
That will not be good.
Because I would not be giving up that child. I wouldn't want to. And so I'm going to, like.
Yeah, well, there are cases where men accept the woman with a pregnancy and they know what's up.
Yes,
like they know
I'm
what's
trying
up.
to establish what's up. So where's the child? We need to establish what's
where
up.
the baby is.
Because now he's telling us what he knows. But before we can decide whether you will be married or not, we need to determine the situation, the circumstance you're getting yourself into. So I'll wait for you to call her. Ask her where the baby is at. All right, good. Confessions Thursday, Nigeria Info.
Yes, so good afternoon.
Turn up the volume of your radio set. I do not want to say that. It's not necessary to say, because I think you know.
Yes, I've done that.
Do you have a confession? Good afternoon to you.
No, I do not have a confession, but I have a contribution.
One minute. Go ahead.
I would like to talk about the first guy, the first convention we had on the program today. The guy that was talking about going back to collect the child, he rejected.
Go ahead.
Yes. Now, I would like to say this quickly. Can we quickly consider this angle that what if that pregnancy was not for the guy? That this guy is now talking that he would like to go back to go and get the child, and you going back after like 2 or 3 years of, I don't know, that he said now he would like to go back to get the child. Someone said it earlier. The child, the same pregnancy you rejected him, Now you want to go back to go and cause conflict, to cause chaos for someone that you rejected.
What should he do? Real quick. What should he do?
The guy should just completely forget about that.
Thank you.
He should completely forget about the child, move on with his life, and let the lady, wherever she is, move on with her life.
Thank you.
Our life trajectory should not be cut off now.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling. Confessions Thursday. Make it back. Ready?
Yep.
Confessions Thursday. We're on WhatsApp.
Okay. This person says, okay, the moment you make up your mind to start a podcast, you should inform them they're interested.
Oh, sure.
And this person says the guy should not go and cause problem in the home of the lady because he himself had lost his chance. He should go and build his own home.
All right. Got
it. This person says inviting him has shown that she's so sorry for what has happened between them. So the guy should go. That's the wedding person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
So it says, please don't be a simp. This is just gaslighting, evil manipulation, witch pregnancy, a trick of the ages. Sometimes it always ends badly.
There's no orientation to the message. Are you calling the guy? Who's the simp here
who's
now?
The simp now?
I'm not sure. Is it the guy who wants the baby? So that's the thing. Can you orient your message so at least we have a solid idea which of the conversations you're referring to? Okay, so you hold your breath.
Yeah,
Confessions Thursday, Nigeria Info. Welcome. You on the sunny side. Hello. Make it back. Confessions Thursday, you're on the sunny side. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Do you have a confession?
Yes, I have a confession.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. There is this lady which I still love, but I have not moved to her. But I just want to surprise her by buying her Ferrari. The one I'm having, I don't want to give her the old one. I want to buy a brand new Ferrari and give to the lady. What do I do?
You buy the Ferrari.
You buy the Ferrari and bring it.
Yeah.
But the money is not yet completed.
Go pray about it.
You are almost there. You can do better.
Okay. Okay. Because that lady, I so love her voice.
Wow.
That what motivates me to say I want to surprise her first.
Wow.
Even though she did not agree, I will give the Ferrari.
All right. So that's a good place to start. All right. I'm sure she's waiting.
She's obviously waiting.
I'm not.
Well, I didn't say you.
Thank you for calling. Confessions Thursday.
The guy has come back. He said, well... Okay.
But Confessions, give me a moment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday.
Good afternoon, Joyce. My name is, let me call myself Blackie.
1 minute.
I don't want to...
1 minute.
Yes, I will have a confession, but I want to make it as fast as I can. First of all, my conclusion is this. A lot of problems that women have, they are self-made. They are problems that women generate. I met two young ladies some time ago. They were very young.
Yeah.
I treated them like younger sisters. I decided not to do anything with them, not because they were not old enough, but I felt they were younger, only for me to meet them in their privacy, discussing me with somebody else who I respected so much that I couldn't perform. You can imagine.
Okay.
You know what that means?
Like,
that I was impotent.
Oh, okay.
You know, that this guy cannot have sex or something like that. I respected them. That's the first one. The second one is that a girlfriend had problems. And my friend impregnated her. The guy ran away, and then she ran to me, knowing that I was a friend to the boyfriend, begging me that I should, because the parents threw her house too. She ran to me. She stayed with me for 2 weeks while I was running around trying to get the guy to. And for those 2 weeks, you know, she was sleeping in the same one-room apartment with me. After the 2 weeks, I begged her that, okay, she had to go back home. I did not even do anything because I respected my friend. You know that this girl too, later on when she met up with my friend, and they got discussing, She said the guy no get action.
Okay. So what's the issue
So,
here now?
You know, what I'm saying is that most of the women, most of the ladies, they are the ones that harden guys. They make guys do things out of. You don't know what I don't know.
I get the info, but I'm wondering why you care, because I think you're doing this out of your own principles, like your own self-value, right?
Yes, my self-values, but it is not. You don't get what I'm saying. A lot of guys do things, crazy things, out of what the perception or what ladies come up to say about them.
Yeah,
they are the ones that prepare guys for crazy things like rape. I'm sorry, I'm not justifying rape. I'm begging you in the name of God. But when guys do things like, some of them even go and drink things in order to have sex, wild, crazy sex with women.
Pardon me. Pardon me. I want to go off on a break. You're going to have to wait.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
It's tasty, creamy, and nourishing. It's original Niger yogurt. It's Fan Yogo. Go for the new Fan Yogo drinking yogurt. Fan Yogo, original Niger yogurt.
The final battles of the round of 16 are here. 4 debaters, 2 debates, and only 2 will claim the last spots in the quarterfinals of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament. At 4 p.m., should teachers earn the same wages as doctors? Wednesday, Celine takes on Azima Koinsola Folabi in a high-stakes intellectual showdown. Then at 5 p.m., 2 contenders, one last chance to make it to the quarterfinals. Chaloku Naomi returns as a wildcard and goes head-to-head with Ofama Manuela Chinaza in a debate that hits home for families everywhere, with the topic, should parents have access to their teenage children's social media accounts? Their voices will be heard, their arguments will be tested, and when the final bell rings, only 2 will stand victorious. Tune in live on Nigeria Info 99.3, stream online at nigeriainfo.fm, watch the debate unfold on YouTube and Facebook. Nigeria Info 99.3, Lagos, this is it. The last stop before the quarterfinals. Who will rise? Who will fall? Don't miss the I Beg to Differ, where young minds shape the future. Supported by Obiwizi, Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, and Christian Schools. Prize money sponsor, Hollywood College. For sponsorship, email info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
It's all right.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
I have to handle you like you're a 4-year-old. 27 minutes past 1 p.m. 99.3 Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday. So I think I have lost a caller who, let me see. Hey, are you there? Are you the caller or someone else? Confessions Thursday. You're Nigeria Info.
Hello, sorry.
Yes, welcome. Do you have a confession by any chance?
Yes, I was speaking before the break.
So you are the guy who you feel like women create the problem that they find themselves in.
Honestly, you see, you know why I'm saying this? I feel so strongly for women because at the end of the day, I respect women a lot because of their very, very peculiar nature. They are meant to be catered for, to be loved, to be, but a lot of times they make
Did they make you feel that way? Did they make you feel that way?
Yes, I strongly feel that. See, I'm sorry to say this. You see, the International Women's Day that is coming. I always, for many years, while I was in university, I always carve out something special for the women.
Okay, so I don't want to further this conversation. I don't want to drift off because I really want to stick to the psychology of the problem here. Now, you are saying that women create the problem. And yes, you are correct that some women kind of create their own problems. But can we focus on the fact that, can we focus on discipline? Let's not focus on the victim or the ignorant person. Can we focus on discipline? Because really, from your story, the only reason you didn't sleep with these 2 women on the occasions that were presented to you was because you chose to be a disciplined person. That's the only part
Yes,
of the
of course.
conversation that needs to be elevated, that people have to learn to be disciplined. That's the only thing that's
Women
worth talking. No, I get it. We've established that. But the only thing I want to talk about is the discipline. That's the only thing that's worth my time here. Because I feel
My
that...
sister. Okay. I listen to you.
You want to talk about the victims some more? I don't want to talk about the victims. I don't like them. But here is what you
I'm
can
not talking
do.
about- I'm not
Exactly.
talking about the victims
So
now.
I think that what we should be elevating here is the fact that if you find yourself in a situation where you can take advantage of the situation, you don't, because that's a test of your character and an opportunity for you to establish that you are not what they want you to be. And so maybe...
Joy, I heard you. I got what you're saying right. But do you know that when let us look at the table, when it turns, the man becomes the victim now.
Why do you care that if they say you are
No.
impotent?
What you say, what people say of you.
Why do you
affects
care?
you. Affects your
Why
psyche.
should it affect? So you have a. So maybe that's exactly what you need to develop.
No.
Excuse me, handsome.
No.
You need to
You know-
develop.
What they say of you is not going to be for your consumption only. I said they were saying this to people that I respected so much.
Why?
So
do
I'm
you
the victim.
care?
And a lot of times it is like that.
Yeah.
You
So,
not
so
get
I'm
a-
saying
a-
to you,
you
you have to build a character that doesn't care what people say about you.
No, Joy,
Thank you so much for
doesn't
calling. I do
care.
appreciate. Thank you. I really do appreciate. I can't quite hold this up anymore.
Okay.
We're probably going to have to look at that conversation. Can we even have it extracted? I think it's a conversation that fits into language and interpretations, and that would be like a Wednesday conversation. And I can't believe that he's saying no to not caring about opinions.
Well, he's saying that 3 different people.
There will always
he's been nice to all of them.
evil
like, he's in
people-
the right standing, and they are still.
Yeah,
like,
and then you
stigmatizing.
don't care. So I mean, you may want to go
Not
and
everybody doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
but so what are you
need
going to
learn
do?
the act of not caring.
Wait, so what are you going to do? Are you going to go sleep with the women just to validate what they said? Or are you going to insist, well, I didn't do that, and I don't care what you have to say? Because at this point, we're discussing an underlying weakness that cares for the opinion of others. And in a world where opinions never really end, in a world where people are probably going to hate you for your skin color. People hate you for your courage. People hate you for your guts. You're not even wicked. You're not
Your
evil. You're
voice.
not bad. People hate you for your... My mother told me one time that she has to go with us to the village. And I was like, why? No, we will have fun. And I was just... I was naive, right? And she said to me, someone could hate you for your voice. And I'm like, oh, for real?
Literally.
Like, people can hate you for anything. I'm not going to move around town caring. You know what has been... I've heard stuff about me that... I mean, thank God, like, I don't care. And I'm asking you to do the same thing, not to care. They're going to say stuff. On Nigeria Info, they've said to me that they hate me. Imagine if I cared. I'm asking you to do the same thing and you say no. What they care about, what they say about you is, it shouldn't be important. Okay, so we're just going to let it temper down. And Kemi, have you noted it? We're going to have this conversation at a later time.
Yeah.
How what they say about you affects you psychologically. And what should you do? Should you go around trying to salvage your image? Or if they say, well, you're impotent, then you want to prove to them that you're not? And then we're back to the personality of a person who is not just weak, but feeble and controllable by public opinion. All right.
Like
Look,
disorder.
I'm not mad at you because I think you have given us something to look at, to analyze, to discuss. So we can even just do this next week. So you can probably call me back to make a proper defense. Then I would give you time to table before the Nigerian listening public what you think is opinions that affect you and why that's more important than not caring. All right. Thank you so much for calling Confessions Thursday. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Confessions Thursday, make it back. Turn off the volume of your radio set. Hello, welcome to Confessions Thursday.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
You have
Two contributions right quick.
1 minute.
Okay. All right. The first one is in Africa, I would say Igbo culture specifically. Once you marry someone, whether you came with a pregnancy or you came with a child, because some people marry women with children, those children automatically become the new husband's children if that is agreed during the dowry bride price, thing, traditional marriage. So that takes care of that one.
Okay.
And that's in reference to all these pregnancies and whatnot.
Okay.
And then number two, this gentleman that just spoke last, I have a friend, and a woman taunted him along those lines. He took her to hell and back. Read between the lines. And that is what the gentleman is trying to say, that when women talk like that, they make men become, terrible.
Thank you.
He took her to hell and back, and she was screaming for help. Thank you.
Oh, wait, they had sex. Oh, sorry, I thought...
That's what I mean.
She said, read between the lines. I read before she said
sorry.
He took her to hell and back, and she was screaming for help.
Okay, so thank you so much for calling. Then we have to discuss character. I think here we're struggling. We're more concerned for our egos than we are about the quality of our egos. So thank you. I get it. And remember, I did appreciate him for calling in. And we need to debate the human character and the quality of our human character. I think society is feeding the egos so much that your egos are so brittle that if someone said something like, oh, yeah, you're that, yeah, you feel like, oh, you want to prove it to them. It's as though, so what line can you not fall below? Do you have a standard that you cannot afford to fall below? So like someone says, "Oh, you can't steal," then you want to prove that you're an excellent thief. Like I'll go there, I'll clear the whole vault. I'll steal money we all don't need. So yeah, I think there's a problem here with character, and that's not to suggest that. I think we need to just debate character and whether it's necessary to prove. And then the question is, how do you prove it? So how about that? Good. So I promise you, Kemi doesn't fail me.
Yeah.
I promise you we'll do this next week because we need to discuss it. And thank you so much for bringing all of this to light.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, yeah. What's up?
Okay. Hello, Joyce. I've been married for 3 years now. My wife has decided to change her surname to mine.
Oh.
When I would always ask her, she'll tell me my surname doesn't carry value, hence she wants to keep hers. I left her.
Wait, bring it back. I thought you said she changed her surname.
Yeah, 3 years after.
Okay.
So he's saying 2 years back, when he would ask her, she'll tell him that his surname doesn't carry value. And she decided to keep her own. Now, he has been avoiding issues, and now he started doing well. He has bought properties in his name, alone, without her name in it.
Yeah.
And it's now causing issues. She's calling me wicked. Please, was it wrong? Wahala.
So, she doesn't love you except for what you can give. I mean, that's what I would take out of that. And you don't love her except for how she makes you feel. That's what I can take out of that. So first of all, if you ask me any question regarding relationship, the only place I can begin is from love. So the moment we can establish that love doesn't exist, then the rest is contractual. Because under different circumstances, this is exactly what would play out if the woman... So, I mean, there are cases where the woman loves you, and because she loves the man, these nuances, this social construct of who has money, who has value, it practically is scraped off. So you don't see it.
Okay,
because of love, right? Okay. So the moment there's no love, she has told you your name doesn't have worth. First of all, how you gonna marry a man who you think his name is worthless?
There was a video of that. Like, be careful of the son name you take.
Okay, so we need to debate that too.
Apparently, it's a debate. Have you heard when mothers are saying it?
Okay.
Think about it.
And it's also the reason. And something else is, you can have a name and it's meaningless. Some names are just what they are. They're bloated. There's really nothing to it. So now, believe me, she doesn't care for the character of the name. She just cares that the name doesn't have an economic worth. Okay. Now he has economic he has added a few feathers to his hat, gained a little erection. Now she thinks, well, we should share property.
Now, as she's married to him now, and she has changed the name.
So in my head, it's like, how do you sleep? How do you take off your clothes and lay with someone who thinks less? I'm struggling. So, well, what do you want to do? Because I'll say get out of that. But then again, not everybody's probably going to have love. You're either going to have peaceful arrangements, fair agreements. So what is fair in this regard would be
the next set of property. You can include her name.
Okay,
That's what I would say.
Okay,
the
so,
next set.
Yeah.
As she has changed it now, you can.
But then again, it furthers a question. If something happens to you today, where does your property go?
What's it, law?
Oh, can we be serious? Like, if you died today, so that's also something else. Like, if you died...
If he dies today...
And I'm not wishing you death, okay? I'm just saying, Like, if something happened to you today, where does your property go? Because maybe your brother...
I'm sure he has a next of kin that's not his wife, obviously.
I know it's his mom. Your mom's going to die real soon. So what's going to happen?
Maybe his brother?
Okay, his... Oh.
And literally, they told me in the bank that your next of kin is supposed to be someone younger than you. People using their moms and their dads, it's wrong.
So if you make your brother your next of kin over your property,
or your kid, if they have kids.
Okay, maybe your kid. But if you make your brother,
you should use your kid.
Separate, man. You guys are not doing anything there.
Okay.
Come and join the streets. Come sleep around. I'm telling you. No. At this point, we need to really call it what it is. Because really, she's just there. She might as well just come out, join the same hustle her way through the future. I'm serious, because if something happens, and this is not me assuming something will happen to him.
Yeah.
But the union is no advantage to her.
Does it have to be an advantage?
Well, so love is an advantage.
Yeah.
Giving is an advantage. 2 better than 1 is an advantage. So if you wake up every morning, and you look the person you're in bed with, and that's someone who you think less of.
So you want to just stop.
Confessions then.
Run.
Look, okay, so that's my opinion. You probably want to tell him what to do. Like, keep your property. I think Nigerian men are going to be happy about this one. Cut her off. Figure her life out.
Okay, that your guy has responded.
I don't have any guy here.
Away.
Go ahead.
So, he said, she told me, let me start from the top. He said, while I loved her so much before this occurred, I'm now thinking twice, because I don't want a situation where if we are married, she will now open her legs for that person she calls her ex. What? So please, I need a sound advice. Secondly, he says, she told me that she aborted the pregnancy. And it was true that she aborted it. The problem is, I found it difficult to forgive her and forget. Even when we marry, I will still be recalling what she did, and I will have trust issues with her.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh yeah, now they go now. You don't scatter the marriage.
I think you've answered your own question. Like,
yes,
you don't trust her. You can't be with someone you don't trust. I mean, like, look at your relation. Look at your scenario, similar to the guy whose wife thinks his name has no worth. Now he's bought property. And I think we need to really evaluate what's important in life. I think we think material things are so important. I think we think the value in a name. I mean, I think it's more the character of the name. But where you are with someone and you think, well, there's nothing to your name, and so I want to keep my name. And it's not like your name even has much of a value.
Joyce, that's a very tricky topic. But it's actually what it is, to be honest. When you say importance, the things we're supposed to place importance on,
we're placing more
versus
importance
the
on
things we actually place importance
we
on.
think, if he has a car, then he's marriageable. If he has a house, he's married. Like, those are good indicators.
Especially when you say money.
But is that,
I'm not talking about the house, the car, but like money itself.
Does he have character to raise your sons? Does he have the character to be the father of your daughters? Like, does he love you? Can he go to war? That's the thing. Because you guys are just, at this point, I think you are thinking like like, no, I'm serious. You're thinking like desperate people who are hungry. It's as though if it doesn't equate to money, it doesn't make sense to you. And that just tells you the quality of life that you truly are living. And you're going to spend 60 years living that life. And as long as it equates to bread and beans, then that's what you want. There's nothing.
Let's go.
Yeah, so.
So sad.
Confessions Thursday. What's your confession, handsome? Good to have you. Thank you for being on Nigeria Info.
Yes. Please, can I say something concerning the wedding invitation?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. 1 minute.
So if I were him, I will not attend that wedding.
Why?
What he's supposed to do is find a way and invite him first and sit down with him and discuss to know whether I will come or not. Okay. Then you will send the invitation. Because I don't know whether you are inviting me now to come and humiliate me there or to embarrass me inside in public. So the best thing is to find a way and settle talk with this man.
To have closure.
Then invite him.
Okay.
Because I don't know why you are inviting me when after 2 years we are not been talking.
Yeah.
You invite me there, so I will not attend.
Okay. All right. Got it. Kemi, hold your breath. Thanks so much for calling. I appreciate Confessions Thursday. Kemi, why are you happy?
That particular thing that he said just clicked to me. I had this person that we used to talk. She used to be my friend. And we didn't speak for like a long time, a very long time. I'm not talking months, maybe like years. And all of a sudden, she's inviting me to a party somewhere, saying she's giving somebody my number. Oh, she doesn't want to go alone. And then I'm the one that's supposed to come with her. And in my head, I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm your best friend?
Okay, so did
like,
you go?
What? Did I what? I ran.
All right. I like how you all are struggling with this. For those of you at the back of the class where the moment you cut somebody off is good morning. Hi. How are you? Confessions Thursday.
Hello.
You have a confession?
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you.
Good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon, good to you. Joyce, I have an advice.
1 minute, go ahead.
For the man that want to buy a Ferrari, I want to remind him the color that the lady likes, because I don't want him to go and get the wrong one.
Okay.
It's the red color
the
lady likes. So you should not go for black or white or yellow. Please don't waste your money. Make sure you get a red Ferrari for her.
All right,
good. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you very much.
Great.
All right, great.
Still on Ferrari, Joyce, you are about to get a Ferrari. Please ask the guy how much is left to complete it, and I will support him.
How many husbands am I going to end up having by the end of the night?
No, this man wants to support the cause of that man. Men are coming together to buy this Ferrari.
All right.
They're serious.
So, well, we can do something with 2025 then. Confessions Thursday. You don't want these guys contributing money to buy your Ferrari. Then they're like, yeah, I really liked it for so long. I was wondering whether we could really have this relationship conversation. Like,
why not?
Like, dude, I've been avoiding this. Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, hello.
What's your confession?
Joyce,
yeah, afternoon to you.
No real confession, just a few words.
Yeah.
It looks like in Nigeria there are marriages that are political. Marriages that contract, marriages that love. Because how can you marry somebody and looks in the eyes and say, I can't take your name
because it doesn't have value.
I'm not sure whether it's marriage now. How can you? I don't know.
I'm struggling too.
It's boldly looking in us, and you are smiling with the person. You eat this food.
Yeah, you make love and you take your clothes off. It's like, you guys really fancy this.
Don't get together in the first place now. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
I don't understand.
Shall you do this with me? Let's go.
All right. Well, I'm glad you called in with your confusion. I really do appreciate this.
This is another confession. This person says, I've been with my girlfriend. We work in the same company, but in different offices, office addresses. Meaning that we are in the same Lagos, but we're in different parts of
branches?
The city.
Okay.
Yeah. We've been together for 1 year now. We've lived together, planning to marry. She accused me of chatting with a female on phone last month, and it was a big fight. Last 2 weeks, I decided to check her phone, and I discovered that she had sex with a male colleague, and also she's chatting with a guy in the USA. Joyce, I have been down and almost feel like swallowing myself because most of my colleagues knew we are dating, and the guy that slept with her, I know him well in another branch. Should I leave her? And I have never even cheated on her. A pain man.
How much do you love her? Well, you leave her for sure, because I don't think both of you have for each other what you need for a relationship to work. That doesn't exist.
I said they plan marriage. They were actually planning marriage. It's not even really.
I think he's planning the marriage. She's not.
Ew.
Look.
Don't be in such a situation.
Wait, but if he's asking me, it's because he's in love with her.
Yes, now he's pained. He even wrote, I've never cheated on her. I should have put crying.
Look, I want to say leave. We don't have time for this, man. They're not doing. And they really show you that they're not doing. And you can really just be up and out with it.
You won't even try and tell him sorry, Joyce.
If then again, once you fall in love, it's a little hard to be comprehensible. It's once you fall in love, it's like something else has to speak for you. So if you're in love with her, can both of you have a conversation around your relationship and why both of you have made levity of it? Now, not you, obviously. Because I think he may need closure.
Closure.
He's asking me whether what's the question?
Maybe you should just tell him sorry.
No, but that's not enough if he's a man in love. What's the question he's asking?
Should I leave her? Maybe I should stay there.
If a man is asking if he should leave a woman, he doesn't want to leave her.
Oh.
Have you met a guy who wants to leave a woman? They don't ask. They're out. Once a guy's like, should I leave her? This one is not ready. So I think we can give him a reason to stay or to leave. So I think you want to have a conversation with her to say, well, this is what your action has done to me. And I think this relationship is over, except you think there's a reason to save it.
They've been living together. They are planning marriage, or he was planning marriage.
Wait, no, you didn't give me the part of they're living together. Were they living together?
Yes. He said we've been together for. We've been together for a year now, and we've lived together, planning to marry. She moved in. Brother has been doing husband duties. Ego pain. Ouch.
Wait, I'm
sorry,
trying
my
to.
bro.
Wait.
What's love?
No, man, come out.
She didn't daddy. She washed you daddy.
But I think it's because she's just not that into you. Yeah, and then given that you're not over her, if you're not over her,
bro, there's nothing I can tell you. Go and drink ice cream. I'm gonna see anything you wanna do. Eat food.
Okay. Wait,
buy meat.
Don't listen to Cammy. Wait. Okay, so I think you need to tell her that the relationship is over, and she should give you one reason why you guys need to fight for this relationship. This guy.
Wait,
I don't want a dead man in my
Joyce.
hand.
I'm still chatting. I'm still planning to jackpot.
Remember that Joyce is not the one in the picture. I'm the one who doesn't mind losing.
Yeah. So, but would you now ask me that? Okay, you now come and tell me, my love, it is over. Then you cry and now say, why should we fight for this relationship?
Yeah, because he needs a reason to get over her. He's asking me if he should leave her. She's cheated on him. The only reason he's asking is because he wants me to tell him don't leave. And then he's going to say, so how do I cope? And I'm going to say, well, what am I going to say? Because I would have left the morning the sun rose on the knowledge that she was cheating. There's no coming back from that. But here is a man with an entire story of how he's been cheated on and how and whether he should leave her.
The colleagues know, It's a
that's not much of a
big three.
No, that's not much of a problem. Like anybody can know what they know. It doesn't matter.
It's like Marianne saying hard facts now. Somebody has broken up with somebody.
Guy, ask her to give you a reason why you need to fight for this relationship. And no, because I really think you should put it to her face that the relationship is over because of what she did.
Be a man. Don't cry,
Don't mind them. Once they start saying, you're a man, don't leave Kemi. Come on now.
No, he's not to cry.
It's okay to cry.
She will just they laugh out.
She should go to hell. Don't listen to these people. It's okay. Look, if you're hurt, you're human, and you are moved to tears, you cry. And that's okay. Doesn't mean that you're weak. In fact, if you're with someone and you cry and they think you're weak, break up with them. I mean, you don't want... Of all the things to deal with, a stupid person shouldn't be one of it.
Can we drag
All right, great.
Sorry, dear.
All these people in love, you guys stress me too. I think it's going to be...
Joyce, which one do you want? Love or war?
Confessions Thursday. Welcome. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Do you have a confession?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm with you.
See, my confession is I get angry easily at some confessions I listen to on the show. E.g., like this last one. You know why? Honestly, I don't know how to deal with it because there are some things. It is a knowledgeable thing. Naturally, you are supposed to know when to check out or something. So I feel like, you say we listen, we don't judge. Like this person, I don't know, is
we
weak.
don't judge. We don't judge.
How can you be asking?
He's in love with her.
Wait.
Wait. And then, no, wait. But some people are a little. Some people can tolerate cheating. I mean, they, hold on. No, let's be honest. Some people know how to. They can forgive.
That's not their red
cheating.
flag.
That's not the worst.
That's not the worst.
So maybe that's his position. Wait, before you tell me, I want to go off on a break. Hopefully, you can calm down when I come back.
No vest.
Okay.
All right, good. We'll be right back.
I'll call you back.
All right.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
The final battles of the round of 16 are here. 4 debaters, 2 debates, and only 2 will claim the last spots in the quarterfinals of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament. At 4 p.m., should teachers earn the same wages as doctors? Wednesday, Celine takes on Azima Koinsola Folabi in a high-stakes intellectual showdown. Then at 5 p.m., 2 contenders, 1 last chance to make it to the quarterfinals. Chaloku Naomi returns as a wild card and goes head-to-head with Ofama Emanuela Chinaza in a debate that hits home for families everywhere with the topic, should parents have access to their teenage children's social media accounts? Their voices will be heard, their arguments will be tested, and when the final bell rings, only 2 will stand victorious. Tune in live on Nigeria Info 99.3. Stream online at nigeriainfo.fm. Watch the debate unfold on YouTube and Facebook. Nigeria Info 99.3. Lagos. This is it. The last stop before the quarterfinals. Who will rise? Who will fall? Don't miss the I Beg to Differ, where young minds shape the future. Supported by Obiwizi, Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, and Christian Schools. Prize money sponsor, Hollywood College. For sponsorship, email info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same, whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. If you're interested in football and you have just like enough gist about football, then yes, this particular one is for you. They've done this for 3 great seasons, and now it's bigger and better, and the stakes are way much higher. I'm talking about Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Okay, they are doing this in partnership with Sports Salon, and they're raising their game with honor and a shot at fame. So there's 32 fans set to contest for glory and there's a 1 million naira prize attached to the top category. Can you beat it? Well, if you think you have what it takes, go now and register, because registration is ongoing at www.nigeriainfo.fm. Okay, that's www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the fan battle banner on the homepage. Go ahead to fill the mini form. And don't forget to drop your video. That's no more than 60 seconds with you speaking on any football topic of your choice. Okay, so when you've done all that, don't forget to click submit, because then your village people will definitely be following you. So 1 million naira football talk. I wish you good luck. Okay, fan battle 4, let the battle begin.
All right, yeah, I have only a minute for confessions today. Your lives are beautiful as a story and funny as hell. Let me see. I don't have a minute. I have 45 seconds. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. 45 seconds.
Hello, Joyce. Good
afternoon. Afternoon to you. Thank you.
You have just said my mind. All the questions you have, all the answers you have given.
30 seconds. Yeah.
All right. That man should run away. It's a red flag. He should run away.
All right.
Anything anybody is doing during courtship or during engagement, that is what we continue during the marriage. There is no other new person again.
All right.
It's a very bad sign. You should run away from that girl. He's fake. If he's actually married that girl, he will continue to cry.
All right. Got it.
And
Thank
that
you.
God bless you.
It's 1 p.m. Lagos. We're off on a break.
Real discourse and commentaries right here
on Nigeria Info.
This is a clear situation of Konima die, Konima burial.
What kind of marriage is that? 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.